What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode. Well, another week's review of Beyond the Gates, the season 1 episode. I think 47 to 49. Let me see. 47 to 49. Once again, we get a three episode week. Girl, what's going on? What's going on? Don't mind me, I'm a little intoxicated. But here, what's going on? Okay, because I seen the little still shots or whatever of the new Ted. Now y'all know who Ted is. The new Ted gonna be. All right, everybody sing Dream Girls, and I cannot. There are certain characters that people play that has kind of spoiled them, the actual person. For me, there could be good people, which I'm pretty sure he is. But, you know, ever since CC did what he did to his sister, like you was Effie's big brother, and you literally stood by Curtis' side and let him run her about that group like that. You chose that man only to get played in the end too. Only to get played in the end by him too. Like, you know, he ain't never really set well with me after that, because I said it's supposed to be family first. It's supposed to be family first, okay? If there's something going on, you sit your sis down and you tell her what's up. You know what I'm saying? But hey, he gonna be the new Ted. It's for sure. I done seen some little screen shots. I seen little videos of them all together. He look a lot awkward. But I'm going to give him a chance. I mean, I ain't got no choice, but I'm going to give him a chance. I really want to know if anybody knows, why did they get rid of the turtleneck Ted? The original. I just feel like he fits. Like, what he do? He got other filming obligations or something. I want to know the tea. Because honestly, who they should have got rid of was Ashley and Derek. Let me get an insignificant storyline out the way right quick. Not necessarily saying that it's insignificant, but given what we've been going through this week about Ted and his cheating and his sad baby that he didn't know about. So we had this storyline with Naomi and Jacob. Jacob had come across this woman named June. She's an unhoused person, right? And, you know, I guess she got in some trouble because I guess she went at the cops because they took her stuff or some shit like that. Either way, Naomi is down there to help try to, you know, put her in a new place or get her off the street, get her in a shelter. And her thing is she don't want to be in a shelter. She don't want to be in a shelter. She don't want to be in a hotel. She wants to be under the interstate where she always been at. She said, baby, that's my home. She like it there. And that's what's up. Okay. They even tried to put her in a hotel, and Naomi had to go use her contacts and use her name, which is her cousin Martin, to, you know, put her up and everything. And she left. She left and basically said she didn't want to go there, and she never wants to go there. She want to stay on the interstate. Yeah. My thing is, I'm looking at June, that's her name, and then when Haley pops up, is it me? But do they kind of favor a little bit? And I'm pretty sure June is probably going to be significant some way, somehow. Do anybody else think that she could possibly be related to Haley? Could that be her mother or something? Because Haley don't know her mama. Haley don't know her people. She ain't got nobody in her life. And I can't remember if she ever said that her mama passed or she just didn't know who she was or anything like that. Y'all, is that a lie? Okay. Tell me what you feel, because I feel like that could possibly be her mama. Now, don't go off of what I say, because I've been wrong, you know, on a couple of things. Apparently, Eva really is Ted's daughter. Now, truth be told, because it's Leslie Dana, Sherry, her ass, Anna. I would have went on ahead and said, Ted, Ted should have said, let's do a DNA test. You know, and in this case, it's honestly no disrespect, because we trying to figure it out, right? We trying to figure it out. You say you my daughter. You said you got the papers and all this stuff because you show it to Kat. But let's do a real DNA test and let's go about it so I can be 100% sure. You know, you got to get two options. You got to get two opinions or whatever to make sure. Because again, I just don't trust Leslie ass, okay? But at the same time, I'll be all right if that's his daughter, you know. Also, I thought in a screenshot, shout out to the person that put it up there. Everybody was trying to figure out who door does Eva comes to, and I was like, that ain't Ted, that's Carlton, the doctor that opened up the door for her when she was closed up in the closet. No, it was Ted, but we'll get there. We really ain't got much to say because these past 3 episodes literally was just about the fallout from Ted's revelation, or I should say Leslie's revelation about, the affair with Ted and then Ted having a daughter. Here's the thing. Oh, excuse me. How did she get... I'm still trying to understand how the heck did she get beyond the gates, okay? How was she able to get past the gates to get up to the freaking house to ring the doorbell? Okay, I'm just so confused. Okay, what in the Tyler Perry? On Acrimony, how did Taraji get on the boat? That's how I'm feeling right about now with how this lady keep on popping up in these people's houses, okay? You come to Dundada Dupree's, and I don't understand, what did you think was going to happen, Miss Girly? You literally just embarrassed the hell out of Nicole. Freak Ted. Because honestly, Ted, you had it coming. Because you shouldn't have cheated, okay? If you hadn't cheated, you wouldn't have been through this stuff or whatever. Your wife wouldn't do nothing. And that's what people need to understand. When you go out here doing stuff right, you out here doing wrong, and then you get caught up. You need to understand that when you get out here and do stuff, it's not just going to affect you, it's going to affect the people around you as well. Especially if you got a family, it's going to affect them. So, F Ted in that aspect, okay? I just did not like the fact that she put all the focus on hurting Nicole. I get it, you trying to get back at Ted and you feel like, hurting Nicole is what gets back at her, but you should have just told her what was up, and y'all should have got together and y'all should have whooped his ass. That's what it should have been, to be quite honest. Okay, like all this vitriol and hate that you got towards Nicole, as if Nicole did something to you, Miss Dana Leslie, girl. She ain't do nothing to you. She didn't even know about you. She already was the wife. You was never going to be the wife to this married man, okay? You were a side chick, and you forever will be a side chick that just didn't know her place. That's basically all that it was, okay? You fucked around and got too involved with your feelings, and ain't no, and come to find out you a little crackhead. Okay, you need to be on the 5150 at this time, okay? And you're doing a lot. You're doing an absolute lot. And it's like, you did not think this through the way that you thought it through all these years. You had a whole bunch of years to think this through thoroughly and to think of different scenarios, okay? And at the end of all of those scenarios, you don't come out the victor. I still don't understand what's the point. So you embarrass him, put him on blast on his anniversary dinner that you made Eva set up, okay? You thinking that it's finna get around to the whole community and, make him seem like a bad person. What else is gonna do? Okay, people gonna look their nose down at him, but it's not gonna stop his profession. It's not gonna stop people from coming to him or whatever, because at the end of the day, everybody and their mama cheat. Niggas be cheating all the time. Okay, people in these big billion-dollar, multi-million-dollar companies and all this stuff having these high positions, they cheat all the time. Do it stop they affect their business? No. Is it gonna make them step down? No. So like, what did you expect? And then this whole thing about you want your daughter to be in the Dupree family and all this stuff, baby. She's not a Dupree. Ted is a Richardson. She's a Richardson. Okay, she Dupree by. She wouldn't even be no damn Dupree. Ted is her father. No, she don't have the Dupree bloodline in her. So you up here talking about the Dupree. Baby, how about you say Richardson? Girl, she is so... I'm just like... Girl, you just doing it wrong. You did it so wrong. And then you come up there trying to make, I want to hear my story. You should understand and all this stuff. Baby, don't nobody give a damn. You want us to listen to you after you done broke up my family, after you done embarrassed my daughter, after you did all of this on their anniversary. Like, fuck, like Ted ain't even getting the brunt of this. It's really Nicole feeling all of this stuff. Girl, and you want, and Anita Dupree said, bitch, you really thought that you was going to have the last word. I be good goddamn. Okay, she got up and told her ass off. Like, what the hell did you expect? I said, girl, at the end of the day, Ted is still not going to be with you. And what did you want? You wanted some money? Martin had to tell her ass off because Martin was like, y'all being a little bit too nice. Bitch, Cause she called him, oh, little brownie boy. I said, oh my God, stop playing. That's why she came up there and asked, when he and Grandpa Vernon was sitting at the diner, and she was like, oh my God, you're the senator and you're the civil rights leader, and gave him a brownie. Because she knew that would be a trigger, and it was a clue. When Martin was wasn't a kid, and Ted was out there doing that cheating stuff, because she used to work at the diner or whatever. She was a waitress, and he would bring her up there, and she'd give him a brownie. That's why he called her little brownie boy. I said, you know what? I'd be pissed off too. Somebody else said, that's why I was listening. I'd be pissed off too if I was Martin, because you really brought me along as a kid, thinking I'm getting a little free brownie just because the lady liked me. Oh no, she just doing it because she was fucking my daddy. She was fucking my daddy and my mama at home struggling. Are you serious? That is so crazy, and that is so devious. Okay, I feel like he really is scum, and he makes literally what Bill did. Not that it's bad what Bill did. He cheated. But wait, this man brought a child along to cheat and then produced another baby with this diabolical. Okay? And now your wife is suffering. Your wife is suffering. And then to find out that you was doing this while your wife was trying to have a baby for you, and she could not understand. How come I was able to get pregnant with Martin so easily, but when I tried to get my other babies, it was miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage. And you out here, because she going through the motions, and instead of rubbing her feet and saying, baby, it's okay, you up there rubbing another lady's cat. Like, what, Ted? What is going on? What is going on? Oh my God, Ted, you are such a man. No, you're not a man. You're a nigga. Okay? You're a nigga. And then, Martin, let me tell you something. You're going to have to get your emotions and your anger intact. Baby, you got anger issues. You need to go to therapy. You need to go to therapy. I know you don't want to get your little secret out there or whatever, that your grandmama and your grandpappy help cover up. But something got to give. Because I know you upset that your daddy did what he did. But to destroy your whole house, that living room area, knowing damn well you got to pick that shit back up. You better be glad that you got a husband like Smitty. Because had that would have been me, you finish, now clean it up. Because I'm not about to help you. What? No, we not fit to do that. But, yeah, he was in his feelings. Understandable. Because listen. My daddy cheated on my mama, and my daddy was doing some shit to my mama, and you see my daddy dead, and I don't give a fuck. Like, we ain't had no relationship, and I just couldn't see myself having a relationship with him. Like, it just wouldn't go, because I can't get over shit like that. You know, I don't hurt my mama, like, for real, because, baby, that's one bitch that I don't play about. Don't mean to call her a bitch, but you know what I'm saying. That's one lady I don't play about, okay? And so, yeah, I feel where Martin come from, but baby, don't destroy your own stuff, okay? You little high booty. He has such a little cute tushy. You know, I need him to stop talking like that, though. Let the real you come out, okay? Somebody said he speaks like he trying to give a Shakespearean accent mixed with a Georgia accent, a Southern accent at the same time. That was funny to me. Okay. Meanwhile, you know, that moment where Anita and Vernon ended the episode, and then Anita was singing Amazing Grace. We so goddamn black. I said, come on, not save a wretch like me. Because I once was lost, but now I'm found. Okay. You know, Danny over there trying to be there for her sis. It was so sad seeing, you know, Nicole, bitch. Baby, they was acting on that, episode 46, what was it, 47? Baby, they was acting their ass off. Because when Kat told Eva ass off, bitch, I said, oh, Kat, you doing some of the best acting I seen you do on this whole show, this whole season so far. Baby, she told her ass off. And Eva was doing her damn thing. I feel like Eva is one of the strongest actors on here. besides the veteran actors or whatever. I seen somebody say that Bill, he can't act. Baby, Bill been acting. The actor that been playing, oh, baby, y'all ain't seen Greenleaf. And I think he come from the soap opera world anyway, but he's a good actor. So, no, don't never do that. And he was on the Tyler Perry Pay. He was on the Wedding Counselor, with Cheryl Pepsi Riley, the one that the movie Temptation is based off of. And he was I think a basketball player that she wound up getting with and basically was beating on her, kind of strung her out. It ain't funny, but that's just what it was, okay? Because y'all know how Tyler Perry is. Tyler Perry got a new movie that's coming out next month, I believe, with Taraji P. Henson. And basically a struggling black mother, again, going through some trauma, again. And the only thing is, I'm going to watch it, because regardless, whatever, I'm going to watch it, Taraji, okay, whatever, Tyler Perry, we always watch stuff. But my only grips is, they said that shit was made in 4 days. Making a movie in 4 days. Start to finish, the whole process, production too. Oh my God. I never forget when we was on lockdown or whatever. It was during the pandemic, and they had to do the Haves. Was it the Haves and the Have-Nots? I think it was the Haves and the Have-Nots. That's when it was still on, and they did that whole season in like 2 weeks. And Tyler, stop telling us shit like this, okay? I don't want the people to go at your throat like that, because even though I be thinking the same thing, I don't want them to say that, because they be rude with it, okay? But yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about. What I'm talking about to get on that part? Martin. Oh yeah, Kat was telling Eva ass off. Eva, let me tell you something, girlfriend. On the one hand, I do feel bad for you because you realized that you was being used as a pawn. But at the same time, you are a dope. And so you couldn't at any point been put a stop to this, okay? But I'm not going to go too hard on you because, again, your mama was using you as a pawn. Now, see, she was talking to Kat and said, hey, bitch, how did you know that I was, faking the phone? She said, bitch, you was coming on a little bit too goddamn strong. That's basically what it is. You were suspicious from jump, and I just don't like your ass. I said, you know what? Kat may be a little bitch sometimes, but at least the bitch is honest, okay? She ain't gonna sugarcoat it, so I gotta respect that. She was like, and I hate you, bitch. Okay, what you expect, bitch? I was like, oh, shit, left Eva up in that damn country club just crying. I said, girl, what you... Go home. I can't go home. Why? Because mama didn't put the lock, the fucking lock on the door. I said, oh my God, Leslie, why would you do that? Girl, Leslie said, bitch, because you chose the side that you chose, and it wasn't me. Now, when she came back over there, first of all, Eva is bold to be back over there at Nicole's place after all of this. I want them to get better. I hope they renew this for a season 2. They have to renew this for a season 2 because it's getting real good for me, okay? It's my guilty pleasure. My little calm down, getting a little bit of tea. It ain't so much drama, but it's just enough drama, right? And I just need them to get better at the sponsorship, the product placement, because one episode it was a whole bunch of Tide, the next episode it was some Febreze, in this episode why is what was it, episode 48, Eva at Nicole office trying to get her stuff, and she looking at reminiscing about all the stuff that was going on while she was there, her good times and all that stuff, and she sees the Febreze can and the way they had it holding it, making sure the camera got, she was looking at it like, and it was like Febreze air fresh. I said, oh, that Febreze holds some sentimental values, or you just want us to go bad? Which one? The tab be sitting there right there in the basket. I be like, damn, so you trying to tell me go wash my clothes? I will in a minute, okay? Like, you ain't got to keep on doing this. But yeah, Nicole said, bitch, what the fuck you doing here? Listen, I didn't want to do this, and listen, at the end of the day, Eva, you got to get a people time. You got to get a people time. Do I feel like Nicole is going to continue to hate Eva? I don't even feel like Nicole hate Eva. She just feels so messed up at this point, okay? Because she feels betrayed. She feels played and all of that stuff because she did like Eva. And truth be told, Nicole seems like a decent person, and she's going to give Ted another chance, okay? She's that type of person that's going to be like, but why don't you leave him? And then when she in that situation, she be like, no, that's my man. I'm going to be mad for a little bit, but I'm not going to leave him, okay? And that's literally what she's giving. And truth be told, she really don't have a real reason besides the fact that Eva infiltrated her place the way that she did to be that upset at Eva, because mostly what you need to be upset at is Leslie, because Leslie was manipulating this girl from birth. Basically, that's just what it was, okay? And, Leslie up there telling them how much of a good mother she is, but chat, and how she was doing this for her daughter and let her get the things that she deserved and all this stuff. But chat, you lock her out the house. You kick her out the house. The girl had to sleep in the goddamn car. Now you telling her you better go find whoever you need to find to go get your daddy or whatever to help your ass, because I don't want to see your ass. And I said, oh my God, bitch, you put her through all of this just for what? So your plan was to do what? Because your plan backfired because you really thought that Ted was going to run into your arms, or the Duprees was going to give you some money to shut you up, or it was going to be this big headline news all up on the internet and everything and on the TVs that this wound up happening. And it did it because at the end of the day, everybody and their mama cheat. So the fuck what? This still ain't gonna get you no money. It ain't gonna get you nothing because don't nobody give a fuck. Okay, it ain't like the girl. It ain't like Eva is a child. No, Eva is a grown-ass woman right now. Okay, so what did you thought? If anything, the only person that's probably gonna benefit out of this is Eva, not you. Because, of course, Eva tried to, warn them at the last minute, but... No, you did it. You still so bent on trying to get vengeance or whatever, and it backfired because at the end of the day, what did you get? You broke up a family, which, okay, but at the same time, it's going to backfire too because they're going to get back together. Nicole just a little mad. And then your daughter, you just kicked your daughter out. And then you're going to get upset because we saw the preview for next week. You get upset because you up there, I see you chose the size that you chose. Well, bitch, you kicked me out. What the fuck? And I got somebody that's willing to give me some love and attention. Ted told Eva, because she went to his hotel and said, I got nowhere else to go and all this stuff, trying to explain to her that her mama basically made it seem like you knew all about me and you purposely decided not to be in my life, okay, and that you was a deadbeat. And I realized that ain't even what happened. You ain't know shit about me. And so, he was like, okay, I see that. I'm still pissed. Okay, you still got to gain back my trust, but you can stay here tonight. I'll get you a hotel room tonight in this hotel. And then I'll find you an apartment. I'll rent you an apartment. What? She was like, oh my God, you'll do that? He said, yeah, I'll do that for my daughter. Wouldn't have been me, bro. Oh my God, Teddy, you are a good man, but you're a bad man at the same time. Oh my God, I'm conflicted. Because you stepped up real quick. Because I would have been like, who? Oh my God, Ted. I said, that's way to go. You know what? I'm loving that they showing a positive thing. Like, because, black men in media and everything, they get a bad rap. Now, they was trying to portray him as a deadbeat, but then they took that and said, oh, no, he's not a deadbeat. He just didn't know about the bitch. He a cheater, but he just didn't know about the kids. So, no. And he gonna step up. I said, that's right, Teddy. When Nicole was like, Theodore, I said, oh, shit. That is so funny. Do y'all got nicknames that don't even, and you be like, how the fuck did you get that and your name is this? My uncle, who is no longer here, his name was Kurt. And not even spelled with the K. It was spelled with the C. C-U-R-T. That was his name. Kurt Lamonte Williams, okay? Bitch, do you know his nickname was Teddy? And I just don't understand where it came from. Till this day, I don't know how he got the nickname Teddy. Now, when she said Theodore Richardson, I said, okay, I could see how Teddy, Theodore, Theo, one of those two could have came on, right? But when I think about my uncle, I always try to think, how did he get that nickname Teddy? Maybe it was because, okay, because my granddad, I ain't gonna tell y'all all that. Anyway, but I think I can. No, I still confused. I'm gonna have to ask my grandma that. Why did y'all call him that? Why did we call him that? Where did it come from? But anyway, she put this whole government out there and said, hell no, bitch. Okay, because what I gotta do to make you forgive me and all this stuff. She said, bitch, while my body was betraying me, so were you. Bitch, that was the fucking line of the week. Baby, probably the whole season. I said, you know what, Nicole, you ate with that. You ate with that when my body was over here betraying me, trying to have your fucking kids, and me trying to understand why it's doing this, making me feel less than a woman because, oh my God, I can't give my husband the one thing that I want to give him for sure, and to continue our family. You out here fucking around and betraying me with another bitch and then producing a kid when I can't. Oh, and when Leslie showed them that Kat and Eva are a couple of weeks apart, same year, just a couple of weeks, them motherfuckers are ghetto twins. God damn. God damn. You got them hoes pregnant at the same time? Oh, Teddy, you ain't shit, bitch. You ain't shit. It was like, you can get out. And he said, how long? She said, days, weeks, months, as long as I need time, okay? And I love that, she was telling people, Danny was coming over there trying to talk to her. Danny wanted to stay with her. Vanessa came over there trying to talk to her. Vanessa, you of all people don't need to be over there trying to comfort. I know that's your friend, but bitch, you a cheater too. At least she didn't hide it. Her friend know that she was a cheater. And mind you, she was pissed off because last week when I said that the TV went out and it got interrupted to tell us that our governor died or whatever, our former governor passed, basically what it said was, because I went back and saw it, Vanessa was upset because she found out the news about Ted cheating on Nicole. And Doug was like, well, she was like, you taking his side? I was like I understand why people go and they stray. Vanessa was like, well, shit, she was looking guilty and everything. I said, yeah, your man know. And I said, you know what, to be quite honest, both y'all cheating on each other. She just physically cheating. You cheating on her by gambling. Gambling is your main bitch. Okay, so, y'all even at this point. Don't even try it. But, you got that going on. And, Nicole do go over there to her parents. Her parents, of course, going to give her great comfort and all that stuff. That whole scene where Bill texting but Smitty to come over there and trying to get Smitty on his side or whatever, only so that he can drop the bomb on him and tell him, listen, you need to get your man in line. Okay, let him know that, we still got shit. Okay, I still know things. And he'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I said, please don't get Smitty involved in this shit. Smitty is purely an angel. Smitty is an angel. Okay, stop it. And speaking of Bill, Danny went over there to try to tell Bill off because she's in her feelings about the fact that you really helped this man cheat. And not only did you do that, you helped him hurt my sister. You basically said the things that you said. And I get it. Danny want to protect her sister. So yes, let's put the bill. Let's put some blame on Bill because he was helping Ted out. But at the end of the day, I feel like that's misguided anger and that's misguided frustration or whatever. And I can't even believe that I'm saying this because it's F Bill all day, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But I really can't blame him. Because at the end of the day, he was doing what Ted told him to. And it's not his responsibility to tell Nicole anything. It's Ted's responsibility. So, I know, Danny, you want to be mad. And you had that man a little flustered. And, he talked about something, I don't want nothing to do with you. She was like, okay, fine. Fuck you, bitch. Stay the fuck out of my life or whatever. And I was like, she was like, I knew you was a fucked up individual, but I didn't know that I married somebody that was so goddamn soulless. And out of all the shit that she has ever said to him, her saying that, it struck him. You have to look at the body language. He kind of took a breath like, I said, okay, Haley, get you some business, okay? What do? I know you work at the firm. What do you do, bitch? Get you some friends some way, somehow. Go outside the community. Go out the gates, okay? Because I'm so tired of you. I am so tired of you. The way Danny came in and said, okay, look, the adults are talking. Like, bitch, go the fuck away, all right? What else went down in this? Martin went over there to the hotel and cussed his daddy out. He cussed him out so goddamn proper and everything. I was like, oh, Martin, loosen up, okay? It was like, wow, kids was at school and they're complaining about how they don't have a father and their father's not in their lives and they're not doing this. And yet I'm over here feeling great because I have a man in my life and my dad, he is doing all of this and he's great and he's excellent and showing me what it is to be a man and to be a father. And then when the parents was up there trying to force their kids to play basketball and instead of me making me play sports, you was okay with me doing debate. You encouraged it. I said, I know. I just want you to loosen up because he really could have read the fuck out of him. It really felt like he was regurgitating what he memorized on the lines. And somebody had, it was like a couple of takes and he said, line please. I just need Martin to loosen up a little bit. Relax and be natural. Because baby, that is not how you talk. That is not how you talk. Okay, like, stop it. But these episodes were good. These episodes was good. I enjoyed it. I wish we had a full fucking week. Now, let me tell you something, Kat. You done already told Eva that you can't stand that bitch. You can't really don't get mad at her because your potential, because I can't even call him your man, because he for everybody at this point. Baby Tomas, that's the person they can recast too. Ain't no energy, ain't no chemistry between him and Eva, and ain't no chemistry between him and Kat. It's the actor, okay? He's not putting that emotion in there, okay? I just don't feel it and I don't see it. He's stiff. Like that, loosen up. I keep telling y'all, loosen up and be free with it, okay? Be real like you talking to the niggas on the street, okay? Your homies, you know what I'm saying? Regular peeps. But she told his ass, don't ever fuck with Eva no more. Baby, she came back to the little restaurant, the little lounge that they was at, while he's sitting there listening to Eva and holding her hand. Baby, Kat said, that's all I needed to see. Fuck these niggas. I was just about to give you my coupe. I was just about to give you my B card too. I said you shouldn't have did it in the first place. Thank goodness you didn't, okay? Because ain't shit. But anyway, that was this week's Beyond the Gates. As you can see, I enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having a lovely weekend. I ain't do nothing. I went and got my hair done. Okay? Because, I got to get stuff together because on Thursday and on Saturday, I will be at Soldier Field. So if you will be there at the Cowboy Garden Tour, Ashley will be there too on those 2 days. So if you see me on the floor or wherever, just say hi. And I'll be like, hey girl, hey boy, how you doing? And I cleaned up the house. That's it. I ain't put them clothes up, but I cleaned up the house. But I hope y'all are doing good, and I hope y'all continue to do good. And happy Mother's Day to all other mothers out there. I hope y'all have a beautiful day tomorrow, for real, and I hope y'all are thoroughly celebrated, and y'all continue to celebrate y'all mamas every goddamn day, okay? And I'll see y'all later. Peace.